I'm delighted to be in this panel today. I grew up in Zimbabwe in Southern Africa, where my parents had a small piece of land where they grew crops and kept some animals. They sold animals to send me and my siblings to school. This picture, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, is similar to that of many families in rural Africa now. I'm happy that many years later, I managed to study animal science with a specialization in animal breeding and genetics. Currently, I work for the International Livestock Research Institute, ILRI, whose mission is to improve food and nutrition security and reduce poverty in developing countries. We do this through research for efficient, safe, and sustainable use of livestock. I'm the Deputy Director General for Research and Development, leading the Livestock Genetics and Feeds and Forages pillar. We work with many millions of farmers, mainly in Africa, South Asia, and Southeast Asia, to sustainably increase their livestock production and productivity. As the research organization, we work on livestock genetic improvement, animal and human health, feeds research, resilience and building resilience and sustainability of livestock systems, with a specific focus on research to improve climate readiness of livestock systems. We also have teams that are working on policies and advocacy to provide that needed evidence to support how to prioritize these investments by both national and international investors in livestock. So the statistics that really motivates me or pushes us as an organization, I just want to share one. And it also emphasizes that really the challenges are huge. The productivity levels in Africa and Asia's livestock are currently very low. For example, the average annual milk production of cows in a cow in a sub-Saharan Africa is 6% of that in the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD countries. The figure for South Asia is 14%. East African dairy demand is growing by 5% per annum. So how are we going to meet this demand if we have such low milk production levels per cow? So those are the issues that we have at hand. And so we have proven technologies, we have products and solutions and evidence through research that can help us to tackle some of these challenges together with a broad range of partners. So that's what keeps me motivated and entertained, and also for my organization. Thank you. In most parts of Africa, the impacts of climate change are real, and the livestock sector is really threatened by this. We see more and more extreme weather events, and that causes lots of droughts. We're seeing that as even now in East Africa. So farmers are losing animals during these very long dry seasons. And we know that animals are their assets. They use these for other benefits, for their whole livelihood, for income. So if you lose your asset, it means really your life is threatened. So these extreme events, weather events, are pushing farmers to the very edge of what they have for their whole livelihood. So a loss of an animal means you have lost your livelihood. So what does it mean then going into the future? How can we work and support the farmers to adapt to these harsh conditions, and also to continue to mitigate some of these impacts? we're working with farmers across different areas. We're trying to look at adapted animals that can help in the areas of breeds, the feeds, and the whole rangeland management systems. As you can imagine, these animals now have to walk long distances to fetch water. And if they are not strong and they are weak, they will not survive. It's you've seen in the press what's happening in Kenya, in some parts of Kenya. If people don't have enough food for themselves, and then they lose what they could hold on to. It's too much. It's a lot, yeah. My colleagues have tackled the issue of the need to work with the others, like the private sector. So we are looking at opportunities to deploy some of our technologies, proven practices, working with the ICT companies, where we looking at developing digital platforms which will enable us to be able to record some of the animal performance and also analyze this data and relay back the information to the farmers. So we're looking at partnerships in the area of how we can better identify tropically adapted breeds that can improve productivity. We partnering again in the areas of feeds and forages to test, identify, and also scale at large, working with the partners. We are working in the area of animal health to continue to understand the interface between the animal, human, and environment using the One Health approach. Another priority for us now is the whole area of coming up with to identify and evaluate some of the climate adaptation practices for improved productivity. Therefore, looking at some of the climate smart solutions. So in a nutshell, I would really look at the whole range, the genetics, the feeds, the health, and the climate adaptation strategies. In a nutshell, that's what I would put forward as going, looking into improving productivity gains in the livestock sector. Over.